तरीके से माओवादियों ने ड्रेस के समक्ष उन्होंने सीएम के सामने हथियार डाला था, वही थीम छत्तीसगढ़ में भी अपनाया जा रहा है। क्योंकि बड़े कैडर की बात हो रही है, छोटे मोटे कैडर के नक्सली नहीं है, बड़े कैडर, यानी ये कैडर की अगर बात की जाए तो ये वो कैडर है जो बड़े बड़े घटनाओं में शामिल रहे हैं, बड़े बड़े घटनाओं को तब्दील किए हैं, बड़े बड़े घटनाओं में जो जवानों को नुकसान भी हुआ है। ऐसे में इनका समर्पण एक तरीके से नई बदलाव की तस्वीर बस्तर में देखने को मिलेगी। मैं जिस इलाके पे मौजूद हूँ, यहाँ से कुछ किलोमीटर दूरी पे ही उन माओवादियों को कल लाया गया था। उनको लाने में बड़ी जद्दोजहद करनी पड़ी थी, एक नहीं दो नहीं, सैकड़ों माओवादियों से अधिक जो माओवादी हैं। रुपेश वो नक्सली है जो सीसीएम के पद पे काबिज रहकर कार्य कर रहा था। सीसीएम अर्थात सेंट्रल कमेटी ऑफ मेंबर यानी डीकेएसजेडसी यानी दंडकारण्य इलाका कहा जाता है, जो अबुझमाड़ के अंतर्गत आता है, इंद्रावती नदी से लगा हुआ पूरा इलाका है। उस इलाके पे जो नक्सली है काफी लंबे समय से यानी कई दशकों से उस इलाके को अपने और कब्जा करके रखा हुआ था। वो पूरा इलाका एक समय के आधार अभी भी वो पूरा इलाका माओवादियों के कब्जे पे हुआ करता था, लेकिन कल शाम से तस्वीर बदल चुकी है। लोकतंत्र की खूबसूरत तस्वीर आज देखने को मिल रही है। बस्तर की जो बदलाव है वो देखने को मिलेगा। छत्तीसगढ़ की अगर बात की जाए, छत्तीसगढ़ को लेके देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह ने भी कल ट्वीट करके कहा है कि जिस तरीके से नारायणपुर इलाकों पे बड़ी तादाद में, बड़ी संख्या में माओवादियों ने सरेंडर किया था, जिसके तर्ज पे अब एक नई बदलाव देखने को मिल रही है। वहीं सटा हुआ जो जिला पड़ता है नारायणपुर का, वो बीजापुर जिला कहा जाता है। बीजापुर जिले में एक ऐसे इलाके हैं जो इलाके बेहद ही अति घोर नक्सल प्रभाव क्षेत्र यानी नक्सलियों का इलाका कहा जाता था, लेकिन अब उस इलाके से तस्वीर बदल रही है, क्योंकि उसी इलाके से नक्सलियों को कल 3 बस में इसी इलाके से, इसी रास्ते से उनको जगदलपुर रिफर किया गया है। जगदलपुर पे उनको सुरक्षित तरीके से रखा गया है। अब कुछ देर के बाद ही छत्तीसगढ़ के सूबिया के जो मुखिया हैं विष्णु देव साय के समक्ष उन लोगों को आत्मसमर्पण किया जाएगा और सरकार की योजनाओं से अब सीधा वो जुड़ेंगे।
इस समय ऐसा हुआ कर रहा था। Yes, thank you for getting us details, Bharat. 208 Maoists lay down their arms in Jagdalpur in Chhattisgarh. It's the biggest live surrender of Maoists in Chhattisgarh. Historic moment that we are watching on our screens when it comes to the fight against Red Terror. Taking a short break right now, viewers, but do not go anywhere. 208 Maoists surrender and are laying down 153 weapons.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
Work has always been at the center of life in Dharavi. From early mornings till late at night, we hear the sound of different machines, tools, families and people working day in and out. The concerning thing about this place is potential place and the workplace. They are same for people. You talk about different types of industries, pottery, tailoring, leather work, food industry or waste management. You just name it and we have it here.
मेरा नाम महादेव बेलगेरी है। मैं टेलर काम करता हूँ इस धारावी में। छोटे से दुकान में भी अपना गुजारा होता है, लेकिन कोई चीज़ दिक्कत आ जाता है तो हमको पानी का बारिश का टाइम में आता है। बाकी का कोई चीज़ इशू नहीं है। अब इतने से जगह में हम लोग करके खाते हैं। इतना सा छोटा दुकान में मेरे को भाड़ा देना मेंटेन नहीं पड़ता, तो मैं 10 व्यापार करने का कोशिश करता हूँ, तो करते रहता हूँ, तो इसमें मेरा चल जाता है। और बाकी सजेशन कुछ है ही नहीं है। ये जो छोटा मोटा जो भी गलियों में जो आता है ना, वही चीज़ के लिए पानी का और घर में भी पानी का यही प्रॉब्लम है। ऐसे दिक्कत में पानी आ जाएगा, दुकान में पूरा गंदगी आ जाता है। तो गंदगी की वजह से हम लोग सुबह शाम 2 बार पोंछना पड़ता है, फिनाइल मारना पड़ता है।
But behind this busy scene are many struggles. You see, workshops are crammed with hardly any sunlight or air. Children play at the same place. Families, not just families, I should say, generations, they spend their entire life in small, cramped spaces. Most of the workers, they say they don't have any choice but to continue. Potters mold thousands of clay lamps in tiny spaces. Tailors you see behind me, they work for around 14 to 15 hours a day at a stretch. Talking about leather workers, they stitch and cut in a small room stocked with a lot of material, leaving hardly any space to move around. Plastic waste is recycled into ropes, mats and containers, as you can see behind me, but often with unsafe conditions, surrounded by piles of garbage and also with sharp edges. Workers, well, they work for hours at a stretch with hardly any breaks, without masks, without gloves, without proper safety kits. That is a big concern. And also at times the room is filled with a lot of smell with chemicals, but they are without the safety gears. So the struggle is not about just long hours, it is about working in long hours with unsafe conditions. But people of Dharavi, they don't have much of choices but to survive. These small workshops, they uplift the society, they keep the society alive, but at the same time they also carry the hardships, the daily struggles, generation after generation.
Bliss weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
कई सारे मीम्स बने, आपने देखे भी होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा कौन सा वो मीम है जिसे आप अकेले में देखते हैं और खुद हंसते भी हैं, हंसी के ठाके भी लगाते हैं?
जी, वो एक है जो इम्प्रोवाइज है। हाँ। उसका नाम है इट नेचुरल ब्यूटी है।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
क्यों?
वो एक ऐसे अभिनेता हैं, देखिए उससे पहले कौन दो डिटेक्ट करेंगे, शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी और शेखर सुमन जी, लेकिन उनकी स्टोरियां पढ़ के रास्ता नहीं पता चला। क्योंकि हम लोग 81 की पैदाइश है, तो 98 में आई सत्या, 97 में भारत 50 साल हुआ आज़ादी का, और 98 में आई सत्या। सत्या के बाद जो अखबारों में, जो इंटरव्यू में जो इस तरह के उसमें मनोज वाजपेयी जी ने बोला, वो एक रास्ता देता है। लेकिन अभी एक मीम बहुत वायरल है कि दो जिराफ एक झील में रहते हैं और छोटे छोटे कुछ जानवर बोलते हैं, तो जिराफ बोलते हैं आ जाओ, अंदर पानी नहीं है। तो कभी भी दूसरे के स्ट्रगल को देख के अपनी ताकत से उसको नापना नहीं चाहिए। nice. जब मैं 13 साल मुंबई में अभी बिताया हूँ, तो मुझे पता चला मनोज वाजपेयी जी का अपना रास्ता है, नवाज सर का अपना रास्ता है, पर मैं
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat.
watching Republic.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm Ayana Mitra with you. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the breaking news this hour. This festive season, Java ESD Motorcycles has come with a never-before offer. Right now, pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Just give the down payment and take home your motorcycle. EMIs next year. Visit your nearest Java ESD showroom to know more. Indian Army camp attacked by Ulfa in Assam's Tinsukia, 3 Army Jawans injured. Tejas Mark 1A fighter jets to take maiden flight today. Rajnath in Nashik shortly. Major Gujarat cabinet reshuffle today after entire cabinet resigns on Thursday. JP Nadda to address MLA's chief minister to meet governor. Trump holds phone conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin, discusses Russian trade when war ends. Amid escalation in hostilities, Afghanistan-Pakistan to hold talks in Doha, discussion likely on extension of ceasefire. Thar SUV mouse down 2 in Chandigarh, 1 dead, another critical. India's biggest military conclave, the Forces First Conclave's landmark event where India's finest minds in uniform on one platform on the 18th of October. And we start with some breaking news coming in. A 3-year-old boy has died after being hit by a Thar SUV in Vasant Kunj in the national capital. The driver, as we understand, is absconding. He was killed after being hit by a black Thar near the Indian Oil petrol pump in C8 Vasant Kunj on the 15th of October. The injured boy was rushed to a hospital by a PCR van when doctors declared him broad dead. The victim has been identified as Master M, a resident of Sector 6 RK Puram and a student of Class 8. Preliminary investigation also reveals that he had gone out cycling alone around 2 p.m. when the Thar, allegedly driven on the wrong side, hit him from behind. A case has now been registered under various sections of the BNS and efforts are underway to trace the absconding accused and to track the vehicle down. The picture on your screen is of this 13-year-old who has lost his life in yet another luxury hit and kill case. Let's get a word in from my colleague Shambhavi, who joins me live from New Delhi. Shambhavi, give us the latest details in this case. How far has the investigation proceeded as far as tracking down this absconding accused is concerned?
We are at the location. We are at Vasant Kunj. Let me show you around. This is the Indian Oil petrol pump and the incident happened right across it. We will quickly show you the exact spot where that little boy unfortunately lost his life, and this is just another case in all the luxury hit and run cases that we've been coming across. You can see the police lines. This was completely barricaded area. As you know that this accident happened on 15th of October and then the PCR received a call informing them about the incident, after which the boy was rushed to the nearby hospital but was declared brought dead. We also have the father of the boy who lost his life being crushed by a rushing black Thar. Sir, आप हमें बताइए कि आपको कब पता चला?
मैं तो थे नहीं, यहाँ ड्यूटी पे थे महिपालपुर में। पता चला कि बच्चे मेरा 4:30 बजे समथिंग मेरे पास फोन कर रहा कि पापा बच्चे का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, लड़के का एक्सीडेंट हो गया मुर्शिद का। फिर मैं उसको लड़की को बोले बेटा तू ऐसा कर, कौन उठा के ले जा, जल्दी स्पेनल हॉस्पिटल लेके जा। और फिर बोला कि मम्मी वगैरह चले गए ये स्पेनल हॉस्पिटल, मतलब जल्दी। और फिर वहाँ से जब हम निकले, हर आदमी का मेरे पास कॉल आने लगा कि मंजर भाई आपका बच्चे का एक्सीडेंट, मतलब भाई जी अगर एक्सीडेंट बच्चे को ले चलो स्पेनल हॉस्पिटल, मैं वहाँ से निकल चुका हूँ, आ रहा हूँ। और रास्ता तो जाम था ही, तो हम 15 मिनट के अंदर में स्पेनल पहुँचे तुरंत महिपालपुर से। वहाँ पहुँचे तो बच्चे डॉक्टर साहब से बात किया, भाई डॉक्टर साहब क्या हुआ? बोला बच्चा आपका भाई नहीं, बच्चे इस दुनिया में नहीं रहा, डेथ हो गया भाई। बच्चे तो खैर शायद यहीं डेथ हो गए थे मैम, इसी जगह में डेथ हो गया था। बच्चा तो अस्पताल तो मेरा वाइफ उठाई आई घर से, यहाँ उठा के ले गए, जब तक मैं बच्चा तो वहाँ नहीं इस दुनिया में रहा।
Where you heard the grieving father that how the 13-year-old boy, a class 8 student of the Sarvodaya Vidyalaya, lost his life when he was hit by a rushing, negligently driven black Thar. We also have one of the eyewitnesses who was present there when this incident unfolded. भैया आपने देखा यहाँ पे कब क्या हुआ?
मैम समथिंग 4:30 बजे की बात है। हम अपने दुकान वगैरह लगा रहे थे यहाँ पे, तो सारे यहाँ हम लोग 20-25 लोग यहाँ पे खड़े हुए थे। तो बच्चा मेरे दुकान का सामान ला के घर पे रख के मेरे, और वो साइकिल से निकला। तो जैसे ही वो इधर से निकला तो बाहर की साइड घूमने आया, तो हम लोग अपना दुकान वगैरह लगाने लगे। तो उतने में देखा कि हम लोग यहाँ खड़े हुए, तो इस कार तो अच्छी खासी स्पीड में कार वहाँ से बत्ती खुलते वो निकली वो। तो हमें इस चीज़ का आइडिया नहीं था कि हमारा बच्चा यहाँ पे है। तो मैम जैसे ही यहाँ पे वो क्रॉस उसने ये जगह की और यहाँ जो टक्कर लगी, तो हम सबका ध्यान अचानक से खींचा, तो हमने देखा कि एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। तो अचानक ही उस थार वाले ने देखा कि हाँ एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, तो फिर उसने बैक करके जो दोबारा उस बच्चे के पूरे उस पर चढ़ाया, तो ब्लडिंग इतना ज़्यादा होने लगा कि 10-15 मिनट तक तो मैम कोई भी नहीं आया, ना कोई उठाने के लिए ना कुछ। जब उसके पेरेंट्स को बुलाया गया, उसकी मम्मी को बुलाया गया घर से ले जाके, फिर यहाँ आए, फिर बच्चे को उठा के उस पार रखे, फिर उसको मैम सब लोग मिल के जैसे ऑटो में करके हॉस्पिटल लेके गए। तो वहाँ मैम डॉक्टर ने फिर उनकी फैमिली को बुला के जवाब दे दिया कि नहीं, अभी बच्चा नहीं बच पाया है।
आप अब अभी हमें बता रहे थे कि वो कार जिस तेजी से आ रही थी उसने एक बार मारा और वो चाहा तो बच सकता था,
हिट किया। अगर वो चाहता तो वो रुक के अगर देखता तो बच्चे को मामूली से चोटें आती और कुछ भी नहीं, वो बच्चा आज हमारे बीच में होता। मगर उसने देखने के बावजूद भी गाड़ी से उतर के देख के बैक करके फिर जब दोबारा उसने पूरा चढ़ाया, तो बिल्कुल ब्लास्ट जैसे होता है, कोई चीज़ हम ब्लास्ट करते हैं वैसे यहाँ ब्लास्ट सा हुआ, बिल्कुल ब्लडिंग पूरे रोड पे हो गया था।
Well, you heard the man, yes. The boy could have very easily been saved.
Yes.
But he was, because of the negligence.
All right, we'll come back to that story. For the moment, we shift on to some more breaking news coming in. Republic has now accessed the full list of the new Gujarat cabinet that is supposed to take oath this afternoon. First, an exclusive on Republic, the list of 26 ministers who will be inducted into the Bhupendra Patel cabinet. And we're learning that cricketer Ravindra Jadeja's wife is set to get a portfolio in the Gujarat cabinet today. That is the big breaking news that we're tracking. Exclusive inside scoop of what we can expect. Let's go across to my colleague Gopi, who joins me from the newsroom. Gopi, take us through the details of this list and what more are you picking up?
In fact, Toyona, just a short while back, it was Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel who met Governor Acharya Devrat, and he submitted the final list of 26 ministers, as you were mentioning about it just a short while back. So this is a list of 26 cabinet ministers. While few have been retained, their portfolio is likely to change, which includes the current Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi. He might be promoted to becoming the next Deputy Chief Minister, while what we are learning from our sources is Jeetu Waghani, who is from Saurashtra, can get the Home Ministry portfolio. All this because there is an Aam Aadmi Party candidate who won the Visavadar seat in Saurashtra, Gopal Italia. So to give a befitting reply, this is the response which has been well thought upon by the BJP, by the government. While also to take our viewers through the list, if you see, there are new names, surprises. One is Ravindra Jadeja's wife, Rivaba Jadeja, who is also going to get a portfolio. Apart from that, there are a few cities from where there was no representation in the cabinet, which includes one from Vadodara, that is Manisha Vakil. So all this because of the upcoming municipal corporation elections, Oyona, let's tell our viewers that there has been a permutation combinations done with respect to caste demography as well as different regional politics. And considering regional politics as well as caste dynamics, a list of 26 ministers is now out, which we are telling our viewers, and the oath-taking ceremony is all set to begin after a short while from now. Back to you.
Yeah. Gopi, stay on with me and take us through the agenda of this new cabinet that is supposed to take oath today, because we understand this is the first major rejig in the Bhupendra Patel government in the last 3 years.
Well, in fact, last it was in 2021 that cabinet reshuffle happened, and to tell our viewers that it was late Chief Minister Vijay Rupani who the cabinet reshuffle happened under his chief ministership. So apart from this, to tell our viewers that this new list which is out has been well thought upon, and if you look at the new list, there have been places from where there was no representation in the Gujarat cabinet. Now calculatively they have been included in the list. As I was just mentioning about this a short while back, municipal corporation elections are round the corner. Elections might happen in the month of January 2026. So these changes are due to the upcoming corporation elections. While this is not new that new faces have been brought into the cabinet, we have seen this before as well. Before this cabinet also, people like Harsh Sanghvi, who was promoted to become the Home Minister, he might now be promoted to become a Deputy Chief Minister, and he in fact was also a new face when he was brought into the cabinet. So there are, the list is full of surprises, and we will have to wait and watch. We'll have to keep an eye on the portfolios that they will be getting, which will be happening anytime from now. Back to you.
All right, Gopi, thank you for giving us those very crucial details as you track that story for us very, very closely. Let's move on to more breaking news coming in. The Tamil Nadu Special CBI team led by IPS Praveen Kumar has now arrived at in Karur to probe the 27 September stampede which claimed the lives of 41 people. Following the directive by the Supreme Court of India, IPS officer Praveen Kumar arrived in Karur just a short while back to lead the CBI team in an investigation into the stampede which unfolded during TVK chief Vijay's rally, which claimed 41 lives. Special team comprising Additional Superintendent of Police Mukesh Kumar, Deputy Superintendent Ramakrishnan, under the leadership of IPS Praveen, has now reached the spot, and they've taken a handover from the local team. Police sources have also said that documents related to the case that were in possession of the SIT have been handed over to the CBI officials. And this comes after a directive by the Supreme Court ordering a CBI probe into the Karur stampede. Sharda, my colleague, joins me live from Chennai for more details on what's happening. Sharda, take us through how the CBI investigation is set to essentially change the course of the probe into the Karur stampede.
Well, while the state government had put a SIT probe into this, now the Supreme Court, after the plea was submitted by the TVK, has moved on for a CBI inquiry, and right now the CBI's team under the IPS officer Praveen Kumar has landed in Karur, and a detailed investigation is going to take place today and tomorrow on actually what happened in Karur stampede. So on September 27th, almost 41 people lost their life after Vijay went on a political rally, especially in the Velusamipuram in the Karur district. And after that, multiple political leaders had asked for a CBI probe, including the AIADMK and BJP, while TVK had asked for a special investigation team under the Supreme Court retired judge. Now the CBI inquiry has already begun, and from today onwards the CBI will be inquiring what has happened, and also the special investigation team that was sent by the state government will be assisting the CBI in the probe if they require any information. Through our sources, we have also learned that the state police have already submitted the reports that they had collected in the last 1 month also on what happened in the Karur stampede, exactly 20 days today from what has happened on the Karur stampede, and the investigations will now be taken over by the CBI. Also, the one-man commission that was set up by the MK Stalin government overnight has also been stopped by the CBI. So whatever happens in the Karur stampede, now the report will be only given by the CBI, and the rest of the other SITs and the one-man commission has been cancelled.
Yeah. Sharda, one of the demands by the petitioners in court was to have a standard operating procedure in place as far as these political rallies are concerned, just so that the management of such, big gatherings can be bettered, especially in the aftermath of the stampede. What measures has the government taken so far? And do we know of any more hearings that are coming up in court to ensure complete justice in this case?
Well, a case would be heard today in the Madras High Court today after one of the pleas and asked by the petitioner asked for a standard operating procedure. In the last week, the DMK had discussed about the SOPs that will be implemented by the government in all political rallies, including the AIADMK and BJP. Multiple SOPs were given by the High Court earlier before the TVK rally on September 27, but now multiple standard of operating procedures are requested by almost all parties, and the DMK government has been having conversations about this, but a bill is yet to be passed at the State Assembly with the monsoon session going on. And today, a plea being heard by the Madras High Court is expected that the court will be submitting a list of SOPs that the political party should be following in the coming days, which also includes the DMK government to have strict procedures on the same.
All right, Shada, thank you for giving us those very crucial details, the latest breaking updates, ladies and gentlemen, in the Karur Stampede investigation. Let's quickly now take a look at everything else that is making news across the country in Bharat in 1 minute.
Bharat 1 Minute, brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
The air quality index around Akshardham was recorded at 369 this morning in the very poor category in Delhi as per the Central Pollution Control Board. Delhi's air quality plunged into from the poor to the very poor categories even before the onset of Diwali festivities and peak stubble burning. Massive accident occurred between two buses in Gujarat. 2 women have died in the accident between the 2 buses. 5 are said to be seriously injured and have been referred to Baroda. The injured people are currently receiving treatment at the civil hospital. Bringing festive cheer on board this Diwali, Air India Express, India's first international value carrier, invites travellers to celebrate the Festival of Lights with a feast that shines just as bright. The airline has introduced a limited edition Diwali special gourmet meal, a festive spread that adds indulgence and warmth at 36,000 feet. And ladies and gentlemen, Republic Media Network is proud to announce India's biggest military conclave, the Forces First Conclave, a landmark event where India's finest minds in uniform and strategy converge on one platform.
It's the most awaited event since Operation Sindoor, a defining moment in India's evolving defense and strategic landscape. The Forces First Conclave, a Republic Media Network initiative in association with CLAWS, the Center for Land Warfare Studies, brings together the nation's top military leadership, strategic thinkers, and defense experts under one roof.
Well, in fact, we are proud to announce that in association with Center for Land and Warfare Studies, Republic TV's first flagship program of Republic Defence Summit is going to take place on 18th of October at Manekshaw Center. And we are extremely proud to announce the fact that in the backdrop of Operation Sindoor, for the first time ever, serving officers of the Indian Army as well as the Indian Navy will be addressing the gathering there. We have 8 international countries participating in the summit that's going to take place on 18th of October.
The Chief of the Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, PVSM, AVSM, will deliver the keynote address at the Forces First Conclave. From counter-terror operations to technology-led warfare, from border management to global strategic alignments, the discussions will shape the future of India's defense policy.
We do have the senior-most officials coming in, including one of the foremost strategic minds, Gen Manoj Pandey, the former chief of the army staff, who's going to be present there, and along with that, Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadoria, who's going to be part of the learning from the global conflicts. It's essential to point out here how exactly have we really, put this out together. What are the issues that really challenges India at this point in time? Multi-domain warfare becomes the other big issue that we would be discussing, with some of the finest minds coming together. Those who are being seen as perhaps the best minds on these very subjects coming together for the first time on a television network.
With national and global attention on India's growing strategic footprint, the Forces First Conclave is set to be a landmark in military and strategic dialogue. The Forces First Conclave, a Republic Media Network and close initiative. India's biggest military conclave, only on Republic. Stay tuned.
And well, the IMF chief praised India's economic progress, calling it one of the most fastest growing economies in the world, but also warned against rising tariffs. She emphasized on open trade as a requirement for fast growth.
One of the fastest growing economies, and given its size, it contributes to global growth substantially. India is where it is because it has pursued very significant reforms. Tax reform, investing in infrastructure, digital infrastructure, but also roads, connectivity in the country. And that has injected this growth potential. Now, indeed, there is a significant change. The largest economy in the world has chosen to use tariffs as an instrument in relations with partners. Here is the interesting fact today. The rest of the world has not followed so far, and I want to put the emphasis on so far. Out of 191 members of the IMF, we have seen only 3 moving more forcefully on tariffs. Of course, first the United States, China, and to a certain degree, although there have been significant adjustments, Canada. 188 countries said, thank you, but no thank you. We prefer to continue to trade on most, what was the term? Most favored nation rules. And we are encouraging countries to please do that, because unless you are very large, relatively close economy, and India is not, it's an open economy, it doesn't work well for you.
All right, we have more breaking news coming in. This one from Pakistan, which is burning despite uneasy ceasefire with Afghanistan. We are now learning that Imran Khan's party, the PTI, is joining the protest march against the Pakistan government and the Munir army. The Chief Minister of Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region, Sohail Afridi, has called for a protest march, and we're learning that Imran Khan's party has announced to join the protests after the Friday prayers. A massive showdown is expected over Pakistan forces' killing of TLP, that is the Tehreek-e-Labbaik workers, during the clashes that broke out in Islamabad and Lahore post-Friday. Let's go across to my colleague Gursimran joining us with more details on this. Gursimran, give us the latest. Shehbaz Sharif government seems to be completely on the back foot.
Yes, the prime opposition party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, has also stood with the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, which was the third largest party in Punjab province during the last provincial elections that were held in Punjab province. And now they have called that they will be holding a protest this afternoon after the Juma Namaz that will take place this afternoon at around 2. And they have called for a protest against the federal government for opening the brutal firing and committing atrocities upon Tehreek-e-Labbaik worker, in which dozens of TLP workers were killed and hundreds of them were injured. And since then, there is no whereabouts of Saad Rizvi, the chief of Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan. So against this atrocities being committed by the Pakistan government on Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, this is a protest that has been called in by the newly appointed Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sohail Afridi, because we have seen that the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government has been always vocal about the atrocities that are being committed upon the TLP as well as the Afghan people by the government of Pakistan. Though when in power, there was a different stance that Imran Khan took with regards to the protest by TLP.
Gursimran, I'm just going to interrupt you there for a moment because we are getting this soundbite of Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region Chief Minister Sohail Afridi on the protest march. Let's listen into that.
नस्तईन मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, जिस तरह मेरे लीडर मेरे कायद जनाब इमरान खान साहब ने कल जेल से पैगाम भेजा था कि हमने कल बाद अज़ नमाज जुम्मा इंशाअल्लाह ताला पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में TLP के जो कारकुनान बेगुनाह शहीद किए गए, ज़ख्मी किए गए, उनके साथ इजहार यकजहती के लिए और जुल्म के ख़िलाफ़ हमने पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में निकलना है और एहतजाज करना है। तो तमाम खैबर पख्तूनख्वा की आवाम, जिस तरह आपको मैसेज आया होगा पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ की ज़िली तंजीम के जो हमारे मशान हैं उनकी तरफ से, तो आप सब ने जो है अपने अपने ज़िलों में निकलना है और इस एहतजाज में भरपूर हिस्सा लेना है। शुक्रिया।
All right, we slip into a very short break, but on the other side, we'll get you the details of the attack that has taken place on an army camp in Assam, leaving 3 army jawans injured.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, हार्डवेयर मसाला, live in my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
दुर्गे जी, दवाइयों से मुझे याद आता है कि एक क्षण आपकी लाइफ में ऐसा था कि आप इतने डिप्रेशन में थे, कमरे में बंद कर लिया था और दवाइयाँ ही खाते थे। वो फेज क्या था और वो इतना हाई लेवल का डिप्रेशन?
फिर वही बोलता हूँ मैम कि प्रेम सफल हो जाइएगा, पर प्रेम का सिलेबस कहाँ है? प्रेम की ट्रेनिंग कौन देगा? जब किसी लड़की को बोलते हैं देखिए मैं आपको पसंद करता हूँ और वो बोलती है मैं नहीं पहचानती, उस समय जो पुरुष अस्तित्व पर आघात होता है और उसका जो दर्द है वो मैं संभाल ही नहीं पाया, ब्रेकडाउन हो गया। और फिर भगवान की कृपा रही कि रोबिन दास मेरे टीचर ने समझ लिया, उन्होंने तुरंत मुझे डॉक्टर को दिखाया, 2-3 गोली टपाटप ठीक हो गया।
और किसी का सवाल? अनामिका पांडे।
मैंने भूषण जी पिछले दिनों प्रहलाद चा का एक पॉडकास्ट किया था, तो उनसे मैंने ये पूछा था।
The headlines coming in: Indian Army camp attacked by Ulfa in Assam's Tinsukia, 3 army jawans injured. Tejas Mk-1A fighter jets to take maiden flight today. Rajnath in Nashik shortly. Major Gujarat cabinet reshuffle today after entire cabinet resigns. On Thursday, JP Nadda to address MLAs, Chief Minister to meet Governor. Trump holds phone conversation with Russian President Putin, discusses Russia trade war ends. Amid the escalation in hostilities, Afghanistan, Pakistan to hold talks in Doha, discussion likely on extension of the ceasefire. Thar SUV mows down 2 in Chandigarh, 1 dead, another critical. India's biggest military conclave, the Forces First Conclave, a landmark event where India's finest minds in uniform on one platform on October 18. And viewers, what we are given to understand at this point in time that the crisis in Pakistan is only looming at this point with the fact that there is already a ceasefire, but the crisis between the neighboring nations grow with ceasefire in Afghanistan. Imran Khan's party joining the protest march against the Pakistan government. Chief Minister of Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa calls protest march. Imran Khan's party announces protests after the Friday prayers. A massive showdown is expected over the Pakistan areas and forces are killing the TLP workers is what we are given to understand. Despite the ceasefire in Kabul, Pakistan continues to burn internally with Imran Khan's party joining the protest march. A showdown is expected over TLP workers' killings. Protest has been called in, and despite as we see that there is a ceasefire with Kabul, Pakistan is internally burning. Imran Khan's PTI joins the TLP march, and we will be getting in back-to-back details. Gursimran joins me on the phone line. Gursimran, what are the latest updates coming in as far as this development is concerned, given Pakistan is continuing to burn? Imran's party joins the protest against the government. What is expected next?
It is that the second largest party that was there in the Punjab provincial polls. PTI has also joined hands against the atrocities that have been committed upon the TLP workers by the federal government of Pakistan and the provincial government of Punjab province of Pakistan. We have seen that in the past also. There have been instances where the atrocities were committed, but this time when the TLP marched to Islamabad to get out the US embassy against the killing of civilians in Gaza that reached Muridke in Punjab, it was early morning at the further prayers that they were brutally attacked. Fires were opened at them, resulting in killing of over dozens of the activists of Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan. And also we saw that since then the Saad Rizvi, the chief of Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, is also missing, and there have been the calls that were given by various groups against this atrocities that were committed upon by the Pakistani federal government and the Punjab government. Now as we speak, the situation continues to be volatile with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa chief minister giving a call, a band call, that they will be holding a protest post the Jummah Namaz that will take place this afternoon, that is on the Friday. And after that, they have said that they will be doing a complete gherao of the administrative units that of the federal government as well as the provincial government of Pakistan.
Right, viewers, let's listen in to this soundbite coming in from the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sohail Afridi.
मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, जिस तरह मेरे लीडर मेरे कायद जनाब इमरान खान साहब ने कल जेल से पैगाम भेजा था कि हमने कल बाद अज़ नमाज जुम्मा इंशाअल्लाह ताला पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में TLP के जो कारकुनान बेगुनाह शहीद किए गए, ज़ख्मी किए गए, उनके साथ इजहार यकजहती के लिए और जुल्म के ख़िलाफ़ हमने पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में निकलना है और एहतजाज करना है। तो तमाम खैबर पख्तूनख्वा की आवाम, जिस तरह आपको मैसेज आया होगा पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ की ज़िली तंजीम के जो हमारे मशरान हैं उनकी तरफ से, तो आप सब ने जो है अपने अपने ज़िलों में निकलना है और इस एहतजाज में भरपूर हिस्सा लेना है। शुक्रिया। मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, जिस तरह मेरे लीडर मेरे कायद जनाब इमरान खान साहब ने कल जेल से पैगाम भेजा था कि हमने कल बाद अज़ नमाज जुम्मा इंशाअल्लाह ताला पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में TLP के जो कारकुनान बेगुनाह शहीद किए गए, ज़ख्मी किए गए, उनके साथ इजहार यकजहती के लिए और जुल्म के ख़िलाफ़ हमने पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में निकलना है और एहतजाज करना है। तो तमाम खैबर पख्तूनख्वा की आवाम, जिस तरह आपको मैसेज आया होगा पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ की ज़िली तंजीम के जो हमारे मशान हैं उनकी तरफ से, तो आप सब ने जो है अपने अपने ज़िलों में निकलना है और इस एहतजाज में भरपूर हिस्सा लेना है। शुक्रिया।
Was breaking news coming in. Home Minister Amit Shah meeting Nitish Kumar at the Chief Minister House for the poll preparations, and that is the big development coming in as battleground for Bihar is heating up. Several back-to-back meetings take place. There's a key meeting over the poll preparations being happening, where Home Minister Amit Shah is meeting Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar at the Chief Minister's residence, monitoring the poll preparations at this point in time. We are tracking all the details as far as the Bihar elections are concerned. Several hurdles taking place, many more to come in the upcoming days, where Home Minister Amit Shah currently holding a meeting at Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's residence. Prakash joins me for more details. Prakash, we know that this meeting is taking place for the poll preparations in between Home Minister Amit Shah and Nitish Kumar. Help us with the details.
Well, Union Home Minister Amit Shah arrived yesterday in Patna to take a stock of the political situation as well as the strategy formulation for the BJP and the NDA in particular. And he's been constantly meeting all the BJP leaders to take a review of the whole situation in entire constituencies where at least the BJP candidates are contesting, and seat-to-seat micro-level management is being done. And as a part of the review process, he is meeting Chief Minister of Bihar, Nitish Kumar, at CM House 1 and Mark. And there were contentious issues on certain seats, which the LJP also want to contest. Maybe Amit Shah wants to discuss that also, because for the second phase, there are a few seats where Chirag Paswan also wants to field his own candidate, but decision has not been taken yet. So Amit Shah meeting over the whole political situation in Bihar and over the overall poll preparations for the NDA. Back to you.
That's right, a very, very crucial meeting coming in. Viewers, breaking news coming in, and those are the live visuals of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who has arrived in Nashik, and shortly from now we are going to be seeing the maiden flight takeoff of HAL's new fighter jet coming in, and it is going to be strengthening the defence prowess of our country. First, an exclusive visuals on Republic TV as we track those details. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on the dais in Nashik today. It is Tejas Mk-1A which will be witnessing its maiden flight of the Nashik base, and the Defence Minister unveiled the first Tejas LC Mk-1A fighter jet. Meenakshi joins me to give us more details. Meenakshi, take us through the developments coming in as we continue to stay on with these live visuals of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on the stage.
Yes, Minister Rajnath Singh is, and in a short while he will inaugurate, as we know, he will inaugurate the light combat aircraft Mk-1A third production line, and after that he will inaugurate second production line of HTT-40 aircraft. In a short while, Tejas Mk-1A will land here in the runway of HAL, and now officials are doing their last minute preparation, and we can see here the chairman of HAL in the stage and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in the stage, and wait for a moment. After that, the historical moment will come, which we Indians are waiting for. And also, we know these developments mark a major leap in India's self-reliance efforts under the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And we can see now Tejas, our Vijay, Sunny, we can see the Tejas MK1A. You can see MK Tejas. Tejas MK1A, an upgraded version of the Tejas light combat aircraft, and has successfully completed its maiden flight. And what a proud moment this is for India's aerospace and defense manufacturing journey.
Right. Meenakshi, I'll come back to you. Let me go across to Executive Editor Niranjan, who is joining us on the phone line. Niranjan, give us the details that these visuals that we are showing to our viewers of the HL set for the Tejas MK1A maiden flight.
Yes, these are historic pictures because this is a maiden flight of Tejas Mark 1. And this is the first few made in India jets that will be displayed now. And that's a live shot of the first light combat Mark 1A. First LCA, which is India's pride, which will replace the MiG-21 fleet that was recently phased out. The first LCA Tejas Mark 1 is being showcased in front of Rajnath Singh, Raksha Mantri. This is the first one produced by HAL, which is the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. And this is a live shot. There you go. That's the shot of the first Mark 1. That's the first Mark 1 that is just taken off from Nasik. And this is produced by HAL's new Nasik facility. And the Mark 1 has been showcased in front of Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. You just saw the pictures of the Mark 1 taking off. This is the state-owned aerospace major HAL, and this is the third production line or setup of the HAL at its Nasik unit. And this is specifically to fast-track deliveries of Mark 1A fighter jets. And this is specifically done for the Indian Air Force, and the Indian Air Force has recently ordered 90 and more jets to support our growing air fleet. And this is the new facility which will enable the company to meet the delivery target of 180 LCA Mark 1A aircraft ordered by the IAF by 2032-33. This is a Nasik line which has an annual production capacity of 8 aircraft. Can be scaled up to 10 as needed. So 8 in this particular, facility alone, and can go up to almost, 10 per year. And overall, India is now capable of producing about 30 to 40 LCA Tejas Mark 1 aircraft per year, which of course is going to be ramped up, drastically in the next few years. This is the third LCA production line at HAL's Aircraft Manufacturing Division. This is the Aircraft Manufacturing Division in Nasik, which began in 2023. And the infrastructure, the facility have been established with, a utilization of existing resources already available at Nasik includes hangars, manpower, machinery. The Nasik division of HAL was already, in functional mode, and now HAL has converted that completely into an LCA Tejas 1 unit. And this is an additional internal investment of almost about 500 crore that HAL has put in to ensure that our jet mission is fast-tracked. And these are specific technological requirements which have been upgraded at the Nasik facility of the HAL, LCA, Mark 1A aircraft. And the new production line has also generated significant employment and industrial opportunities. But India, of course, needs the LCA Tejas Mark 1A in large numbers, and the IAF has a huge order book with them. And in the past, you've heard even the Indian Air Force Chief speak about why we need to ramp up our production. And this particular facility that you're seeing in Nasik, which Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is also personally there to witness, this is historic because this is a mission of India, because right now as we speak, there are two separate discussions ongoing. one on whether India should go in for a Russian jet or whether India will even consider a US jet. Now, all of that is in the realm of speculation, but most experts, industry experts, and our veterans, people who designed the LCA Tejas Mark 1A, they've always been convinced that we should completely be reliant on our own indigenous technology and our own production line. And this is bad news for both China and Pakistan, because the maiden flight has taken off, and these two first jets will be handed over to the Indian Air Force, and you've just seen the first of them take off from Nasik, and the Air Force, of course, will be getting the delivery very, very soon. This is a big milestone, which has tried to use their existing facility to ramp up the production line. And this particular event is at Nasik. That's why the Raksha Mantri has gone there. The Tejas Mark 1A has taken to the skies. That's the first flight that you just saw there. He's going to be there for a while. And we'll be getting in more pictures of the Mark 1A displaying its prowess in the skies. And the original scheduled time for the induction was last year. The Mark 1A program has been delayed for almost a year now. For 4 quarters, to be precise, was initially scheduled to be handed over. The first of them was supposed to be handed over last year to the Indian Air Force, but we've had supply chain issues as far as the engines go, primarily the GE engine, the GE F404 engines from the United States, and that has been stuck, and that is why we've had to sort of rely on these engines, and the delays have taken place for almost 4 quarters now. And HAL has so far received only 4 engines, and 2 more are expected by the end of October. The Indian government has also been pursuing the American administration, especially on the issue of the GE jet engines, and HAL has been citing engine supply issues as the primary reason for not being able to deliver these jets on time to the Indian Air Force. But they're hoping that steadily deliveries will improve over the next few months, given America has just delivered a couple of those engines in the last 2 months alone. So that's why this becomes all the more significant. And here on Republic TV, we've been talking about each time an engine is delivered, we've reported it live on TV, because each time an engine is delivered by America, that means that another jet is going into production line. As far as the Indian Air Force is concerned, nearly 200 jets that they are expecting from the HAL to be delivered of the LCA Tejas. The Mark 1A aircraft deliveries will soon pick up pace. 10 Mark 1A jets, by the way, have already been built. They've been tested, and full-scale delivery is going to happen now to the Indian Air Force. Final flight trials, weapon integration, all of these have been a part of the ongoing processes at the HAL. And one aircraft from Nasik that you're seeing today is ready for handover this month. It is ready for handover, but we don't have the first date of when this jet is going to be handed over. But we have a confirmation now that it is going to be this month, which is October. Perhaps in the next 10 to 12 days, you should be able to get some news on when the first jet will be handed over. The Indian Air Force has also voiced growing frustration. You've heard in the past the IAF chief also talk about how they've been eagerly awaiting the LCA Mark 1A, and that they've been waiting with hungry, like waiting with hungry mouths for food. That was the exact comment being made by the Air Chief Marshal AP Singh earlier this month. And he's been waiting for over a year now. And the Tejas Mark 1A, by the way, has completed key weapon trials. It's completed integration of the Astra and the ASRAM missiles. And the Astra missiles testing is completed. The integration is complete. And this is the only jet in the world where you can custom fit it with any weapon that you like. And this is what the designers of the LCA Tejas also told Republic when they spoke to us about why this is so special. And the HAL is currently under contract to deliver about 83 Mark 1A fighters by 2029 and 83 by 2029. And a new deal was signed last month, which included another 97 aircraft, which is scheduled for delivery between 2027 and 34. So in the next about 9 years, we should be able to get about 80 to 200 of these jets. Back to you for now.
That's right. Niranjan, appreciate you giving us those very, very crucial details of the importance, the features, as well as what this means for India's defense prowess moving forward. The maiden flight of Tejas Mark 1A has already been done. The new production line is also going to be generating a significant employment as well, and much more industrial opportunities at the areas, especially in nearby regions in Maharashtra, Gujarat and MP. With that, we move on, viewers. The Indian Air Force and the Indian Coast Guard successfully completed their maiden joint scuba diving expedition to Angria Bank, 75 nautical miles off the coast of Goa. Take a look.
The Indian Air Force and Indian Coast Guard successfully completed their first ever joint scuba diving expedition to Angria Bank, an underwater plateau located 75 nautical miles off the coast of Goa. The expedition, titled Forging Bonds Beneath the Waves, aimed to strengthen inter-service collaboration, refine diving protocols and promote marine conservation. A team of 20 divers, 10 from each service, explored the ecologically rich waters of the bank. The joint expedition was flagged off from Goa on the 8th of October as part of the Indian Air Force's 93rd anniversary celebrations. Held between 8th and 16th of October, the dive aimed to promote marine conservation and raise awareness on plastic pollution in fragile ocean ecosystems. The expedition provided an ideal setting for the forces to showcase jointmanship and a shared commitment to protecting the country's marine ecosystems.
And viewers, it's time we take a very, very short break, but we have much more news and updates lined up on the other side, as Indian Army camp has been in fact targeted by the Ulfa in Tinsukia, in Assam. 3 Army Jawans injured. And also a major Gujarat cabinet reshuffle today after entire cabinet resigned on Thursday. JP Nadda to address the MLAs. More news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला लिव इन माय बेस्ट लाइफ
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
MDH की देगी मिर्च
देगी मिर्च का तड़का अंग अंग फड़का
MDH की देगी मिर्च
Bliss. It dances on your skin like first rain. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, everyday.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान 20 मिनट के अवधि में 40 करोड़ अटैक आए थे खाली हमारी वेबसाइट को बंद करने के लिए, जिससे एक मोरल विक्ट्री मिले। ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग वेबसाइट के जरिए ट्रेडिंग करते हैं, हम तो वेबसाइट के जरिए इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं। ट्रेडिंग तो अलग तरीके से होता है।
सर, मैं इसलिए आपसे एक महत्वपूर्ण सवाल करना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि आपने कहा कि बहुत सारे लोग आ रहे हैं और हर घर में आपका टच है, लेकिन इस समय सर एक और सवाल आता है, क्योंकि जो 1990s में हुआ भारतीय मार्केट के साथ, वो एक डर बना हुआ है लोगों के जहन में कि ऐसा फिर तो नहीं हो जाएगा, कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं हो जाएगी। तो इसके लिए हम कितने प्रतिबद्ध हैं, क्योंकि आज हम देख रहे हैं ये फ़ोन जो हमारे हाथ में है, इसको कोई हैक कर लेता है, कोई आप UPI पेमेंट करते हैं, आपका अकाउंट खाली हो जाता है, आपको कोई ऐसी लिंक्स आती हैं, आप क्लिक करते हैं, पैसे चले जाते हैं। तो इसके लिए हम कितने तैयार हैं, क्योंकि हमने कई ऐसी अभी हाल ही में सर मूवीज़ देखी हैं कि भारत के डिजिटल जो स्ट्रक्चर है उसे तोड़ने की कोशिश की जा रही है। तो हम कितने मजबूत हैं सर, लोगों को आप कैसे विश्वास दिलाएंगे?
नहीं, ये
छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल बनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
कई सारे मीम्स बने, आपने देखे भी होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा कौन सा वो मीम है जिसे आप अकेले में देखते हैं और खुद हंसते भी हैं, हंसी के ठहाके भी लगाते हैं?
जी, वो एक है जो इम्प्रोवाइज है। हाँ। उसका नाम है इट नेचुरल ब्यूटी है।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
क्यों?
वो एक ऐसे अभिनेता हैं, देखिए उससे पहले कौन दो डिटेक्ट करेंगे, शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी और शेखर सुमन जी, लेकिन उनकी स्टोरियां पढ़ के रास्ता नहीं पता चला। क्योंकि हम लोग 81 की पैदाइश है, तो 98 में आई सत्या।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। Live in my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
दुर्गेश जी, दवाइयों से मुझे याद आता है कि एक क्षण आपकी लाइफ में ऐसा था कि आप इतने डिप्रेशन में थे, कमरे में बंद कर लिया था और दवाइयाँ ही खाते थे। वो फेज क्या था और वो इतना हाई लेवल का डिप्रेशन?
फिर वही बोलता हूँ मैम कि प्रेम सफल हो जाइएगा, पर प्रेम का सिलेबस कहाँ है? प्रेम की ट्रेनिंग कौन देगा? जब किसी लड़की को बोलते हैं देखिए मैं आपको पसंद करता हूँ, और वो बोलती है मैं नहीं पहचानती, उस समय जो पुरुष अस्तित्व पर आघात होता है और उसका जो दर्द है वो मैं संभाल ही नहीं पाया, ब्रेकडाउन हो गया। और फिर भगवान की कृपा रही कि रॉबिन दास मेरे टीचर ने समझ लिया, उन्होंने तुरंत मुझे डॉक्टर को दिखाया, 2-3 गोली टपाटप ठीक हो गया।
और किसी का सवाल? अनामिका पांडे।
मैंने भूषण जी पिछले दिनों प्रहलाद चा का एक पॉडकास्ट किया था, तो उनसे मैंने ये पूछा था कि अब आगे सीरीज में क्या होने वाला है। अभी आपने कहा कि मैं एक मजदूर हूँ और मजदूर ही फैक्ट्री में काम करते हैं और फैक्ट्री के भीतर क्या हो रहा होता है, क्या क्या बन रहा होता है, सब पता होता है। तो अब ये बताइए, वो तो तैयारी कर रहे हैं विधायक बनने की, अब आप क्या करेंगे आगे? क्या खिचड़ी पक रही है अंदर उसमें? अब
वो तो वही फैक्ट्री वाले लोग बना रहे हैं ना।
मजदूर तो आप है ना।
नहीं, फैक्ट्री वाले लोग बना के जब माल सप्लाई करेंगे तब ना आपको बताएंगे।
नहीं, वो तो विधायक बनने की तैयारी कर रहे हैं।
वो तैयारी कर रहे हैं। हाँ। तो हम प्रधानपति बनने के बाद हम अपना स्ट्रेटजी बनाएंगे।
बताएंगे नहीं?
नहीं, वो कैसे बता दें?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Viewers, top headline, Shehbaz Sharif government completely on the back foot. Imran Khan's PTI to join anti-government protests. Tejas Mark 1A fighter jet to take maiden flight. Rajanath in Nashik. Republic accesses full list of the 26 ministers set to take oath in Gujarat. Cricketer Ravindra Jadeja's wife named. Indian Army camp attacked by Ulfa in Assam's Tinsukia. 3 Army Jawans injured. Thar SUV rams into 13-year-old boy in Delhi's Vasankunj, accused driver on the run. Amid escalation in hostilities, Afghanistan-Pakistan hold talks in Doha. Discussion likely on extension of ceasefire. India's biggest military conclave, the Forces First Conclave, a landmark event where India's finest minds in uniform on one platform on October 18th. Getting in visuals of Home Minister Amit Shah meeting Bihar CM Nitish Kumar. These pictures are coming in right now, where we see that the Home Minister Amit Shah is meeting Bihar CM Nitish Kumar at his residence. And development is coming on the last day from nomination filing for phase 1 of elections for the Bihar Legislative Assembly. So as we count down to the Bihar elections, we see that Amit Shah is meeting Nitish Kumar. And also just adding to what Amit Shah has said, he had confirmed that the NDA would contest the Bihar elections under Kumar's leadership. And pictures coming in of that meet. I want to go across to Prakash, who's joining us live for more on this. Prakash, the meeting is underway. Amit Shah meeting Bihar CM Nitish Kumar at his residence on the last day of nomination filing for phase 1 of elections.
Well, yes, Amit Shah has met Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar as the first phase of nomination ends today, and this is regarding the poll preparation. He was accompanied by Dharmendra Pradhan as well, who is the election in charge of Bihar, along with Vinod Tawde and senior BJP leaders, JDU working president Sanjay Jha, as well as other senior JDU leaders were also present to take a stock of the poll preparation in Bihar. Amit Shah would be camping in Bihar here till tomorrow, and he will take a stock of the entire constituencies which the NDA is contesting.